Hi fam, hi people. Welcome to Rio, and I was. This is a talk about the fight that happened last night. The way I saw the fight, obvious, it was the fight versus Rego and Lama Lomachenko, and so my thoughts on it was where I believe what I saw was how can I describe it? I thought that Rego did a good job at actually making Lama miss. But Lama just threw a lot of punching output. He was obviously going to win a decision if the fight went to distance, and he did not get tired because let's not forget, Rego was actually doing a lot of clinches. And so Rego was actually clenching him, and that's actually designed to drain and frustrate the opponent. And Lomachenko is already frustrated. Lomachenko was frustrated, and he was pushing him off. He even hit him after the bell in one of the rounds, and no warning or point was taken away from him. Yeah, it was like 2 seconds, whole seconds or 3. So yeah. But right from the first round, the referee made it evident that he didn't want no clinching from the very beginning. And when that point was deducted, I believe that he actually Rego actually got discouraged on that point. It was like, oh my goodness. And the corner was probably like, let's get out. I don't know. Just, yeah, it was not going to go their way no matter what, because, Lomachenko is the money man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to play the race card thing on it. But, they did the same thing with Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? They did the same thing with any fighter. If the person makes a lot of money for them, they're going to want to scam the fight in their favor. They're going to want to always win the fight. It's going to happen. So, Rego was two weight divisions smaller. He was obviously too small for this fight, and he had no power for the bigger man with mittens on. So he had to. That was a good strategy. He had to clinch. You know what I'm saying? Now the average clinch took to 2 to 3 seconds, right? It wasn't that long, but the referee did not want it. He just, you know what I'm saying? These top rank and all these other companies, how they do things. They're dirty. They just are. They never. It's about making money. It's a business for them. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not about entertainment. It's not about honest entertainment. Honest. But it is what it is. I'm not saying Lomachenko would have not had won. He probably would have won anyways. Probably, even though frustrated, just on the fact that he is so active. You know what I'm saying? And he was the one pressing the fight, even though Rego was making a miss. Like, wow. He was making a miss like no other fighter has ever made a miss before. He couldn't get them flurries in. And any punch that actually touched the head of Rego would just slip it off. He will slip it away. He will roll the punch. Very swift, very slick. He will get really down. Loma got so frustrated that he started to hammer fist. Like, he started to hammer fist like, what's his name? That man that fought McGregor. Yeah. McGregor, he started to hammer fist like McGregor. That was like what's going on? Oh man, that was kind of funny. But yeah, and then punch after the round, and that sort of thing. It wasn't that the holds were too long or excessive, is that those holds were actually also more apparent due to the fact that that Lama was not only complaining about it, but he was actually frustratingly trying to get him off. He was trying to. He was spending a lot of energy trying to get Rego off of him. And that's what I mean right there. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps in the later rounds, Rego would have made a comeback, but I just don't see a knockout. He would have not made a knockout, and Rego would have probably had lost too many rounds by then. And the judges, I'm sure, were on Rego's favor, because you know how the promoters work nowadays in boxing. Whoever makes the most money, they're the one. But it is what it is. It happened. It was gonna be Lomachenko winning anyways. It is what it is. But I'm interested to see what you guys think about the fight. You could leave it in the comment section if you like. And I will respond, and I will be thankful for you watching or for you hearing me out on this. Just a little discussion, and just to see where fans stand. But yeah, unbiased, uncensored, and not very highly emotional, because like I said, I read so many comments on other pages. People are just getting so emotional about the fight. It's like, it's like, calm down, you know what I'm saying? Calm down. You can't think rationally or see things rationally if you're in an emotional state. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're actually biased and you're for one guy over the other, you're going to see it that way because you're thinking emotionally. If you're actually calm, you know what I'm saying? And you can look at it from an unbiased perspective, you can see what's going on with open eyes. And you will not be blinded to what they wanted you to see. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just take it easy. Just look at it. Look at the fight. And just study it and come with your own conclusions of what you saw. And I like to explain what I saw, not what I think happened. You know what I'm saying? Because what you think can happen is actually more like, you have a lot of theories surrounding that. When you think that, I think he quit on his stool because, but this, these are possibilities. You know what I'm saying? You can't think, but there's possibilities that he probably might have quit on his stool because he saw that it was no way he was going to win the fight and the bias and whatever. Or he quit on his stool because maybe he really did mess up his hand. You know what I'm saying? Or there's just all kinds of possibilities. There's theories that you could come out of, out of anything. You know what I'm saying? So that is, thinking. My personal thoughts on that is because he looked like very discouraged after the point was taken away. And I don't know. It seemed to me like they just didn't. He seemed like he didn't have the face of a beat fighter. They just didn't want to fight. He just had more of a face of a kind of pissed off fighter in a way. He was frustrated a little bit himself, but frustrated in his own way. He was frustrated I'm sure for another reason. And that was because he was not allowed to fight the way he would want to fight. I would get frustrated if I wasn't allowed to fight the way I want to fight. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, But that said, he was probably going to lose anyways. Yeah, more likely than not. I give it like an 80% chance that Lama was going to win it. I wanted Rego to win, but I know that Lama was going to win because Lama is the bigger fighter. And I'm pretty sure that the last 2-3 rounds would have been Rego rounds, because Lama was going to get tired from all that wrestling with him. He's a bigger, stronger man, but Rego was just holding him. He was just clinching him. He was not wrestling with him or anything. He was just clinching him. It was Lama that was spending all that energy trying to wrestle him out of him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I saw on the fight. He was just trying really hard to, I've been in those situations before where I clenched people before, and I know the tactic. I know how to work with it. You know what I'm saying? I know the effects on the opponent. And I hardly ever used it, but I used it before. When your defense is good and your reflexes is good, you can trap people's hands. You know what I'm saying? So that was what Rego was doing. He was trapping his hands. I only used that before to get a little extra breather, but I also found out, and when I learned about it, back in the day when I was younger, that it also tires them because they're trying to wrestle their way out of it. It's like, they're like, get off me. You know what I'm saying? And it really helps in the long run, because you bring their energy level down to your level. That's what B-Hop, that's what Bernard Hopkins and others like Floyd Mayweather do, Muhammad Ali do, they clench and they bring you down to their level, and then they can beat on you. You know what I'm saying? And it's a brilliant tactic, but with some referee, it's just a no-go. So, and you could say that the referee was bought out and everything. You can't count that out because you know how corrupt it is. But maybe he was not. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know. But there's a good chance. Anyways, you guys can let me know what you think. I will be very appreciative for you guys actually listening, and thank you. Sorry I made this too long. And have a good one. Peace.